Rob, first of all, tell me, just how proud are you to have completed the blind walk?
Extremely proud of the group. It was a proper challenge, tougher than any of us imagined, and to get there to do the 120 plus miles in the 5 and a bit days was a great achievement, and it was a great end coming into the Hawthorns on Saturday.
Could you just give us a sense of what it was like to be blindfolded for that entire journey?
Yeah, the blindfold was obviously first you're very vulnerable. You're so uncertain with everything, and you've just got to kind of give yourself to the guide and let the guide take control. And once you gain that trust, then obviously you get into a bit of a routine and you get through it. It was fine when you were kind of next to somebody and you're chatting away and you're walking on flat, but then a lot of the terrain was really bad with mud, canal paths, and then you end up being, head down, holding on to somebody, not being able to talk, you're just walking, and that's when it kind of hit you that. And every time I was going, I was walking 5 miles with the blindfold on, but then we stopped, we had a break, I took the blindfold off, and every time it just made me think, I can do that. But Dave, the other guys on the walk, the blind guys, never do that. Again, it hit home, that sense of perspective. Beforehand,
you said that you wanted to do it blindfolded in honour of blind Dave. Just how proud was he when you'd completed it?
Yeah, I mean, he told me I was mad, he told me I was stupid. At the start, he told me that at the end as well. He said some other stuff which was really nice. I think he was. It did what I wanted it to do. It served as a testimony to him. It was a thank you to him, and I think he appreciated that I'd gone through that, I'd walked in his footsteps. It got really emotional at the end because it was so tough for everybody. But yeah, it was a fitting tribute to a legend who's done so much for us, and I think. He definitely appreciated what we'd gone through.
What was your favourite part of the walk?
The finish. Now, there was so many. It was so tough, and when I say that, we were. The pain that people went through, their feet were in bits after day one, and it brought the group together. We had somebody in A&E on the first night with dehydration and exhaustion. We had 2 people in walking centres getting their feet treated, and everybody was in pain. But it brought people together, and the kind of camaraderie, the togetherness, the sense of a group. Like you wanted it to end, but you never wanted it to end because it was so good. And I'll never forget that camaraderie, the group coming together, the different. Everyone came with different sort of backgrounds. You've got a former player, Andy Johnson, larger than life. You've got, a female blind player, Nancy, who, was just doing a law degree, a master's law degree, and suddenly they come together and they're best of friends within a couple of days. And yeah, that bond will not be broken, and it was special.
I wondered if you could just describe that atmosphere when you arrived at the Hawthorns.
Yeah, I think, walking in again, it was that perspective of I can't see people's smiles on their faces, I can hear them, which is great, but I knew that the other guys couldn't. When we got to the fan zone, it really got emotional. I lost it a little bit, I lost it a lot, because you'd been holding it in, but then to then go around the stadium and see and hear, and I think the fans got that the blind guys couldn't see them, so they made a lot of noise, and it was just a perfect end because you could sense how much it meant to those people. It meant to Dave. He got his Supporter of the Year award, and he took it round, and he's done a few of those laps, but I think that was probably one of the most special ones for him.
How pleased were you to see just so many people getting involved in doing those everyday tasks blindfolded?
100%. I mean, that was, for Dave, that's the biggest thing is that sense of awareness and understanding. And again, I go back to not to feel pity, not to feel sorry, just to celebrate and be in awe of what those guys can do. Look at what they can do, not look at what they can't do. And to see people trying that, and the response from, we had everybody from around the club, foundation, community, businesses, leisure centres. We've got staff doing a coffee morning where they're buttering scones, with a blindfold on. You've got academy players walking around the pitch. You've got, all levels of the community just having that experience. And again, I don't think anybody will have had that experience and not got that sense of perspective on life, and actually a bit of a kick in the backside perhaps about what we moan about. And again, to think they're amazing people and we should celebrate.
Why was it so important that we did the blind walk?
It was obviously to raise funds. The blind team want to just, what we try and do is we want to create the best environment for all our teams, be it, able-bodied, power chair, blind. We've got some fantastic players. We've got England internationals, so we want them to have the best coaching, the best environment. We wanted some blind boards so that they could actually replicate a game in the correct environment, and the money that's been raised will allow us to do that, and that was vital. The awareness was absolutely just as important, and the thank you to Dave was for me personally was the main reason why I did what I did, because of him.
What message would you give to those who supported the walk?
Yeah, a massive thank you to everybody who donated. Absolutely, that money will, as I said, go to making a difference for these special people, and to those that took part in the challenge. The same, some people money's tight, so having that experience hopefully will make them a better person, make them have a greater understanding. So to everybody, to the group, to the support. I mean, the support that we got from, we had two staff, Jane and Nathan, who just did everything for everybody around the challenge, and they were outstanding. And the whole group, every single person who did the challenge, I just want to thank them for giving me, one of the greatest experiences of my life.